our next poetry lesson. Our learning goal today: students will learn to recognize imagery, rhyme scheme, meter, and syllabification, and various forms of poetry. Success criteria: students will learn to use imagery, rhyme scheme, meter, syllabification by creating various forms of poetry. Today we will be writing free verse poetry. Free verse poem. Well, let's find out what exactly that means. In free verse poetry, it's fun to write because there are no rules. Free verse poems can have rhythm and rhyme, but it doesn't have to. There is no formal structure and there are no rules about rhyme schemes, syllable counting, or other structures. You are in total control of the poem. It is up to you to imagine. Consider using figurative language and other techniques to connect with the reader's senses and create an unforgettable feeling, emotion, and mood. So that's where those other elements of poetry can come in, and you should probably try to use them, but there are absolutely no rules. Here's an example of a free verse poem. Beautiful. Watching the birds float through the sky, skimming along the water in all of nature's beauty. Peaceful. Paddling through calm waters and smelling the pine forest. Invigorating. Canoeing. A hobby I won't ever give up. So you can see there are no rules in free verse. However, they did use those elements of poetry. For example, the word choice. You can also see that there is some figurative language used as well. So here are some examples of more free verse poetry written by 5th graders that I thought I would share. The first one's called Skunk. Black, white, striped, tiny, round eyes, skunky smell, sharp claws, skinny, sharp vampire teeth, big, bushy tail, like a flag waving. Help! I need tomato juice. Okay, so there's the first one. I like how they use very descriptive words and did a lot of describing in this poetry. And it was kind of funny at the end with the exclamatory. Help! I need tomato juice. Okay, the next one's called Spider. Small, black, hairy ball, round, crunchy, legs, crawling, sneaking, like an octopus, like a robber, creepyola, fright, bite, spidersaurus, go away. This one here almost reminds me of a sing cane with the crawling and the sneaking in the beginning of it. But then they changed it, and that's what's wonderful about a free verse poem. You can make it any way that you want. Okay. So in conclusion, the elements of poetry you have are figurative language, imagery, voice, ideas and content, and word choice. So hopefully this gave you some ideas on what you could put in some free verse poetry. I will drop a puzzle piece in there and what exactly free verse poetry is. I may put a couple examples in there just to kind of jog your memory. Hopefully this gave you some ideas. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to your teachers.